What's up, everybody? This is Cash Parish. I am back talking about respect is needed for leadership today. So y'all join us in a second. Well, coming back to the topic of the day is respect and leadership. Now, what you're going to have to understand or what you have to consider when you're thinking about respect is something that is earned. And people don't just give respect. Now, a lot of times we don't think about it like this, but you only respect people for certain things. So I'm going to give examples of, it may be an achievement, it may be an accomplishment, it may be a skill set, it may be some qualities, it may be the amount of money that they have amassed or something about that person that you know about that person commands the respect. Let's say, for instance, if they was a street person, you're like, well, he's tough. I've seen him beat up some people, so he commands respect. You're like, you can't just talk to him in a certain light. So I'm trying to give those examples to say that you have to know something about the person or the thing or something, that way you can respect it. You see, now what that means is you're gonna have to earn your respect. If somebody for instance, is on a job and they're in a management position, management gonna have to lead by earning respect. You can't come in there and not be willing to do the work. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When I first hired employees in my small business, we would have jobs to do, like clean the bathroom and clean the toilet. You know, it's 2, 3, 4 people working at this company. You know, 5 at the max. You know, so we have to clean the toilets and the sinks and go outside and clean the windows. We have to do it on winter cold days. We have to do it on hot 100+ degree summer days. We have to do it after somebody have a loose bowel movement. You have to do it after somebody throws up in the toilet. You have to get it clean, right? And so those were things that we would have to do. So the first thing I would do when a new employee would come, let me show you how we clean the bathroom. Let me show you how we clean the shop. And we would go through it and I would show them, don't do nothing. First, I'm going to teach you the right way to do it. Second, I'm going to show you this is what I was doing before you got here, and this is what we're going to continue to do. So they won't say, well, why you got me cleaning the toilets? I'm in the toilet too. I trained you in the toilet. I'm outside in the heat too. I'm outside in the cold too. I'm outside sweeping the parking lot too. I'm doing everything that I asked you to do. Well, somebody say, well, you don't have to do that. You're the boss. But I'm telling you, whatever level of management, they're going to have to believe that you did it first. You are willing to do it, to respect you. Now, and I'm saying that to say, because a lot of times we have people that want to dictate and just tell people what to do. And there's people that work up under you that believe that you don't know how to do it, you can't do it, or not willing to do it. And when you have any of those, that's an uprising of the staff. That's going to lead to an uprising of the people that work for you. Now, what I mean by that, they call it staging the coup. You know, they're going to want to take over because they figure they could do your position or your job better than you, and they won't listen to you. Now, on the flip side, you have to have just actions. You have to have repercussions. You have to have accountability. All of these things lands in respect. I tell you to clean up the bathroom and I go off and don't come back to work for a day or two, and then when I come back to the place, whether they cleaned it or not, they have a leeway to say, oh, well, it was clean the day you told me to clean it, because they know you don't check. Nobody's gonna do the work when they know that you're not gonna check the work, or they're gonna half-ass do it. They're gonna partially do it. They're not gonna do it to the standards because they know the leadership is too busy to hold them accountable to it, so they don't respect the leadership. They know there's no repercussions. Hey, don't do that. You come in late again. You stop. And they gonna continue the same cycle, the same redundant cycle, because they watching you as well as the other employees. John got away with it. John don't do all this work. He don't come in. He don't clean up. I ain't doing mine neither. And especially if John make more money than him, he really not doing his job. Man, dude make more money than me and he don't do nothing. So guess what? I ain't doing nothing either. Well, you ain't tell him nothing. You see, and they're gonna play the back and forth game because they don't respect your system. They don't respect the leadership, and they don't respect authority. There's no consequences for their actions. There's nobody to hold them accountable. They looking at your leadership and it's very poor. You don't walk the walk. You don't talk the talk. You don't back up the threats or the commands with any actions. So I'm saying, if you do not have leadership, if you do not have respect within the leadership, they have to know. And when we talk about respect, they have to understand that you have the skill set, the qualities, the knowledge, the achievements to get them to where they have to go. What do you mean by that? I'm saying, if you're the leader, that means you're leading somebody. If you're the CEO, you're the entrepreneur, those people that work for you, they're following you. Whatever direction you drive the company, that's the way that the passengers, the employees, the staff, the people that support, that's the way they're going to go. So if you drive it over a cliff, they're going to fall into a ditch just along with you. So they have to know that you have the skill set and the capabilities, the competencies to get them to where they're going to go to, or they won't ride for you. They will not go to the end of the world for you because they don't believe in you. So the leadership is key, that you hold on to respect and you make them. In New Orleans, we have a term, say, you're going to respect my mind. You know what I'm saying? Now, in this instance, what I'm going to say about your mind, the way you think, the way you lead, the way you operate, they're going to have to respect your mind. And if they don't respect your mind, guess what? You're going to have to let them go. Some people just insubordinate and they just wow. And you're just going to have to make a decision. That person, they got to go. And that's a whole nother topic. But when you hiring the people, it's starting the hiring process. If you hiring people without meeting the qualities and the skill set and the competencies needed for the position, but first you got to know which way the position need to go. The position has to have goals and things it has to accomplish. And that's different from the day-to-day job tasks. You have a day-to-day, let's say cleaning the bathrooms and cleaning the windows, that's part of the day-to-day job task. But one of the things that this position is required to do is make sure they upgrade customer service to the highest level. We want to give people the best customer experience. So that is the new goal for this position. Well, you gotta hire people who can talk right. You gotta hire people who can conduct themselves under pressure. You gotta hire people who not gonna crack when they get in front thugs or in front people who have a different dialect, a different lingo from a different part of the world, a different country. They have to be professional all the way through and through. They have to be people who not racist, not discriminatory. They don't discriminate based off of this person's gay. In our business, I own the tattoo studio. We have to pierce men's navels. You have to give guys lower back tattoos. You have to pierce their tongues. You have to lesbians or studs or whatever you want to call them, whatever gender, whatever role they play, you have to treat them all the same. So because you're talking about customer experience, why am I saying all that? Because it starts with the hiring. If you get somebody who homophobe or they don't like a certain race of people or a certain culture of people, they can't conduct themselves right. They can't be in a position. And if they can't be in a position, then you shouldn't hire them, right? And if you hire the wrong people, how are you going to lead the person and make the person do something that naturally he's a racist? Naturally, he discriminates. Naturally, he's a homophobe. Naturally, or whatever the case may be. So instead of you trying to get people to be broken, why don't you get people that are already in line with the goals and the aims and the objectives of your business, and put a good leader over those people and demand the respect that is needed. When the employee or when the manager, supervisor loses respect for you as the entrepreneur, or vice versa, nobody is going to get anything accomplished. So my name is Cash Parish. I hope that I said something that could be beneficial to you. If it's worth saying, we hope it's worth sharing. So do us a favor, go on the social media sites and help us spread this message to those that are in need of this type of content. Again, this is Quintessence Business Development. I could be booked for small business advisory, public speaking, and different things of that nature. And you can contact me anytime on our website. That's qbusinessdevelopment.com. Again, Google Plus, Instagram, Pinterest. Go there, follow us, subscribe to this channel right here, right now. Cash Parish, stay social.